This is Naomi Rios, Go Solar Program Associate for the Atlantic Southeast region, and I'm going to show you how to create a co-op website on WordPress. So you need to go to WordPress, of course, here. And before we start, I'm going to show you as well. If you go to Inti and you go to search for co-op SOP, you can click this first one here, and then on phase 2 launch step 3 you can find the written instructions for this whole process as well. So I'm going to be showing you how to do it in the WordPress and how it looks already in a published website. So let's get started. So in WordPress, you're going to go look for the left toolbar and you're going to go look for co-ops. You can click that or add a new co-op as well. I'm already here. You'll see a lot of the co-ops there are either a draft for a practice or closed co-ops, or co-ops are already open and published at the moment. So you can add a new co-op here, and I'm gonna call this one test for Miami-Dade. Let's see, there goes the title, and then you need to copy and paste that same title here and enter a title. For the eyebrow, you can add open to new members. This is going to vary a bit, depends on what the co-op lead needs for the website. And then in add a link, you can add join the co-op. You don't actually need to add a link here. It's just going to look like that. And then in media, either if you have the background image that you need for this co-op in your computer, you can upload that or search the media library if it's already there. I'm gonna just choose like a random one. Let's say this one. So that's gonna be the background image for the co-op. So you're gonna scroll down and then you're gonna see a lot of sections here. The about or what's a co-op section, costs and savings, updates, events, installers, and contact us. You can add more sections if it's needed for your co-op. And then for updates, events, installers, they're very similar, and I'm going to show you how to add either an update, event, and installer after I show you how to do the things in this page here. So for the about section, you can either type the description or the information, but we also have already a template that you can use. And we're also working on a template for the whole co-op, if I'm not mistaken, like the co-op website. But for now, you can just use this template here. This is general for the description and what's a co-op. Just make sure that you remove this here and add the state for your co-op. And just make sure that, everything is what you need, or if you need to remove something or add something. But that's basically what you're going to add in what's a co-op. Then, as I said, I'm going to show you how to add partners a little bit later on. But for cost and savings, you can go ahead here and add how many rows you need and columns as well. And then you can click create table. What you usually will see in our websites, if you go here in this icon for the table and you choose stripes, this is what you usually will see. I'm going to show you in a second for this Tucson website. So you can also check for what we already have, and you can use it as an example. But for your cost and savings charts, you can go to the written instructions on here, cost and savings. And then if you click here, it's going to take you to Dropbox, and there's a bunch of folders for each state. some might be not up to date. So just make sure that that's also the updated information for the cost and savings charts for the website, the co-op that you need. But that's how you add it here. And then in updates, I'll show you in a bit, events as well, installers as well, and then contact us. This is going to be the name of the co-op lead, the position, and their email, and their picture here. So if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll get to co-op settings. Here you need to add the open date for this co-op, when it's going to be available for public, when does the registration closes. Let's just, put a pretend date, and just make sure that the time zone is the correct one for your region. And then this here is what is going to be showing in this area here, the registration box, which again, it's going to vary depending on what the co-op lead needs or wants in there. And then the registration bottom URL, this is going to be the sign up page. If you go to the instructions, or also like if you go to the SOP here, there's some instructions that you can use for that link, which is basically this one, but you need to add the name for your specific co-op in this way. But also if you go to this other resources here, there's information in how to do the co-op web page in Spanish, and also some information on the registration and join link, which is this one here, but then with the actual name of the co-op from Salesforce, which, let's see, that is Miami Day 2025 solar co-op, but with the 20% is in between, and installer no. So that basically is what you need to add here with a complete name. And then the registration button text is going to be join the co-op. The pre-registration is going to show opening soon, and then the post co-op closed. And then for the co-op external URL, so this is usually for when we do the switch together campaigns, because they already have a website. So you just need to put that website here, and it's going to redirect to their website. I'm going to show you how that looks as well. If we go here to our open co-ops, let's see, this is a switch together one, so it just has the title of the co-op, but then it's going to redirect to their switch together website. So that's much easier for those programs. There you go. So let's take a look at this. So after adding all of that, you also need to make sure that you go to this icon here, in the top right is other settings, and then you're going to go ahead and click co-op. This is the image that we chose for the background for this co-op, and you need to make sure that you add the location. In this case, this test is for Florida, for Miami-Dade, and the co-op status is going to be open when you make the web page, or if it's closed or complete. But yeah, that's something that you need to edit as well before publishing. Let me take a look at how to add, for example, a partner. You can either click this one here, it's going to prompt you to leave, but it's also still in WordPress, or you can go to co-op. You'll see installer, partner, updates, or events. So to add a partner, you're going to click add new partner, the name of the partner here. You're going to associate your co-op, which the test that I'm doing is not going to show up because it's not published, but let's just say that it's this one, and then the website for that partner's, the link for the partner's website, and then you're gonna add a feature image, just one example here, and then you're gonna publish that. I'm not gonna publish it now, but same goes for updates. You go to updates here, and then add a new update. Let's say that the co-op is issuing the RFP or a new installer. The installer has been chosen, so you're gonna add the title of the update, an image, and the description. And also, you're gonna associate the co-op and publish it. Again, I'm not gonna do that right now, but that's how you add an update. And then for installers, it's similar too. There's a bunch already here. So if, let's say that it's already transformed solar, then you're going to search for the co-op, you're going to associate it, make sure that the website is correct, image, publish it, or you can also add a new installer, name of the installer, what co-op is associated with, the website for that installers, and the image, and publish as well. And then for events, it's a little bit different, but it's very similar as well. You can either, if it's already created, you can just choose it and associate the co-op, but if not, you're gonna click add a new event. Then you're gonna go put the name of the event. Let's say it's Solar 101 for Florida. Oh, sorry, wait. And then you're gonna put the description here, which you can also take from the Mobilize event, which is the platform that we use for the events at the moment. And then you're gonna add the date, start time, end time. You can also add multiple days if it has more than one. The time zone here, and the external URL is gonna be the Mobilize link. And then you're gonna publish that. And don't forget to associate the co-op. That's how you add a partner. I'm gonna go back, I'm not gonna save that. But yeah, that's basically what you need to do creating a co-op. Again, let's go back to the co-op section. This is the task that we've been working on. And then you can see your progress there if it's not ready yet. And then I'm going to show you one that we already have published. You can see the title here. This one just has join the co-op, background picture, the sections. It has more than the usual here. The registration section here. Here's the part of the template that we use. Future partners are going to look like that. This is a financial assistant for this specific one. Cost and savings charts, that's how it's going to look like. Updates are going to live here. Events, if they are any associated with the co-op. Installers, same thing. And then the contact us session is going to look like that with a picture of the co-op lead, the name, the title, and the email. And again, in the written instructions, you can do this step by step like that as well. For each of the sections. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me or anyone from Go Solar or any of your peers. And yeah, thank you for watching.